Nope, that's not going to work. Maybe that will work. So, I am going to do a live stream. I have to sit and charge this Fiat 500e. It says 22 minutes till 80%, but we'll probably charge it to 100%. So, yeah. That's what's going on here today. I realize it is late, but I have to go film tomorrow, and I have to film tomorrow, so I have to charge the car, and then I'll have to charge the car again tomorrow. Hello, Nostalgia Motors, Ethan, hello, Bryce, hello. You are joining me in a Fiat 500e that I have to charge. So we're sitting. Hello, Dexter. Hello, Princess Zelda. Oh, we got a couple people in here. It's saying that there's only 2 viewers. Did this stream just start? Yeah, I just started it like a minute ago. I don't know if you remember me. I always wanted you to review my Elantra. The motor blew up at 216,000 miles. Oh, jeez. And I moved to Indiana. Oh, nice. Say hi to the new Dodge. Ah! My phone fell. I'm the homie. Charging the electric car sounds depressing. Oh, it's the homie. Yeah, it is depressing. Random live stream. Yeah, I have to sit 21 minutes till 80%, and then I'll probably want to charge it to 100. Hello, Retro Steven. I just had to hop on and say doing the big exhibit test is cringe. Then don't watch my videos. It's fun. It's silly. If you get upset by a big freaking bottle test, you know. Favorite Fiat model? Don't have. The Abarths are fine. Fun times, yes. You own an electric car? No, this is a press loan, so I get a new car every week. This week I have a Fiat 500e. I wish the 500e is half the price. It's too expensive for what it is. Yeah, this one I'm in right now is 35,000, or like 34 or something, but basically 35,000. Even with the tax credit, which I'm not totally sure it applies for, it's still way too much. Men don't drink bottles. What, you don't like hydration? Okay. What's your favorite classic car that you would love to review? Ooh. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would love to do an old classic Bronco. I haven't done a classic Bronco. What color is the car? It's red, as you can see on the dash. There we go. Yeah. Pink. No, it's red. So you get cars from the manufacturers to review. Yeah, so if you see a thumbnail of a car review and there's a little key icon above the red RX-7 in the left-hand corner, that means that it was given to me by a manufacturer. So, yeah, I get a new car every week to test out from different manufacturers. This week is a Fiat. This is my first Fiat. So, yeah, and we're charging it here today. Can I? Oh, yeah. Estimated time to 80%, 18 minutes. So, I figured I'd just hop on live. Do you think EVs will take over, or will they coexist with gas cars? I think the ending, the answer is going to be a mix. I drove a plug-in hybrid Prius today that you'll see that video a little bit later on. I think that's the answer. You know, range extenders. I think there's going to be a happy medium. How did that come about? Did the car companies reach out to you? So I actually started working with, I joined a media association called the Midwestern Automotive Media Association. And through that, I've been able to meet like OEM brand reps and stuff. And there's events, and you just kind of start talking to people. And I talked to someone who runs a press car fleet, talked to them. They got me in with Volvo and Toyota and Lexus. And then once I got a couple of those cars, and like they realized that I'm not a psychopath or like, you know, crashed any cars or anything like that. Then other brands started giving me cars like Mazda, Hyundai, Kia. On Wednesday, I get a Ford Ranger, so that'll be the next press car. So yeah. What do you think of the 2GR FE engine? Most Toyota engines are good. I don't really have many thoughts on it, but I think they're good. There was just an EV conversion Z31 that was for sale out in California. That would be interesting, but I feel like that takes the whole heart and soul away from it. Hey, Zach, I hope you're having a nice day. I think if you can, I think you should do a re-review of the Fiat 500 Barth, as I think you drove one of the worst examples. I agree. However, with that video, because I fully understood that I was driving a terrible example of the Fiat 500. I've driven a lot of Fiat 500s from friends at the auction. I've done a couple reviews of them. 99% of them are in that condition and terrible. If you can find me a showroom example, 10,000 mile Abarth, I would love to re-review it. But just my experience with Abarths, by and large, is not good. ICE vehicles are not going away. The trucks that fetch everything in Walmart is going to keep using fossil fuels. True. Have you fully moved into the house yet? Yes, which has been great. It's awesome that you interact with your subscribers. A lot of people don't care. I appreciate you guys. This is literally, I would be jobless without you guys, so I appreciate it. I'm going to try to cook through these questions. I don't have my secondary screen to field questions. If you filmed one in better condition, you may see it in a better light. Yes, but finding one in a better condition might not be possible. Do you feel like Fiat should either expand their EV lineup or their SUV lineup? I think they need to make an affordable car. That's it. I think they need to make a Fiat Panda for the modern era, like a $22,000 basic form of transportation, where that's EV, if they can get it that cheap, or internal combustion, whichever one. I think they need to go back down to the bottom basic and work their way up, because no one's going to buy this nearly $40,000 car. Toyota 2GR is decent, maybe a little bit better than the Honda J series. Fair enough. Ready for a Buick Grand National? Yes, love Grand Nationals. I saw a Trabant 1964 wagon recently for sale. That's really cool. I would love to drive a wagon. Hey, Zach, hope all is well. Thoughts on the Panther platform Fords, and which one is your favorite? My favorite would probably be the Lincoln Town car. I've always loved it. But I love the Panther platform. I think it's one of the best platforms of the 2000s by far. Well, it really goes back to, like, what, the 70s? But, like, the Crown Vic, Marauder, Grand Marquis town car of the 2000s is pretty killer. Have you ever filmed the Panamera? I was in a 2016 yesterday, and it's crazy how much tech it didn't work anymore. I've done a 2020 Panamera. I think that's it. I like it a lot. Hi, ZP. Why don't you love me? Hi, Mr. Mindblown. Why isn't there anything on your store right now? Oh, for merch, I tried to do merch. I was handling it all myself. And there's a lot of complications that came up with it, and it was just too much for me to handle. So I don't have any merch available. Oh my God, I'm really behind on comments. I apologize. So I was sending, like, anytime someone ordered stickers from me, or when I did t-shirts very briefly, I had them at my house and I was going to the UPS store and shipping them out by hand, and that's just not sustainable. So I need to find a better way. I need to find merch that people want. In a way, we're his boss. I mean, yeah, if you guys all collectively stopped watching, then I would be fired, technically. Was that a Peugeot you reviewed in Washington State? There's a guy here in Washington with Peugeots. I reviewed a Peugeot in Oregon, so close. Coming to California soon. I got 7 cars for you to try. Definitely shoot me an email. Please shoot me an email. That would be great. I don't have any current plans for California. I'm hoping sometime in the winter to get out of the Chicago winter, but yeah. Beambot, I'm such a fan. Oh, hello, Beambot. I've got a 2014 Mercedes-Benz B250E in Jacksonville, Florida you could film. Interesting. I don't think I've ever done a Benz like that. Oh, hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. I love you. I do love you, Chris. 2010 Fusion 3.0 V6. Yeah, it's a Mazda V6. It's great. What do you think about the Stellantis drama? BYD looking to buy into the Chrysler and possibly Dodge brands. I have not heard of that. But honestly, is that such a bad thing? I don't know. The way Stellantis is going, the tough thing is that Stellantis as a brand, like the people that I talk to at Stellantis are wonderful. They're like the kindest, awesome, like most awesome people you'll ever meet. It's just the brand is not going a great way. So Exhibit A, it's a little fiat. Do you have any plans to come to Mississippi? I would like you to review my XV10 Camry so you can have all the earlier Camrys done. That JDM Wolfie, what I don't know the chassis codes of the Camrys. What year is that? I'm curious. What's the best new Korean car? Ioniq 5N, which I've only driven briefly and not done a review of, or the Elantra N. Man, what are you enjoying? What are you enjoying sitting in? I'm in a Fiat 500e, which I'm not bringing up to you tomorrow because it only gets about 140 miles of range, which is terrible. Wouldn't touch any modern anything made by Chrysler, Dodge, Stellantis. Hey man, love your videos. What was your honest impressions of Denver? I like Denver. Downtown has changed so much since I've been there twice, pre and post pandemic, and it's been a big change, but I love Denver. I could very well see myself moving out there at some point. But, I mean, because you could go hiking and also, like, have a job, and it's just, it's nice. I love Red Rocks. I've climbed Mount Evans. Rocky Mountain National Park is just up the road, so. Hey, Zach, what are your top 3 favorite paint colors of all time on what cars? Soul Red Metallica from Mazda. Gotta be up there. Copper Crest from Lexus. That LC500 that I had was gorgeous. That might be my favorite color of all time. And then like a BMW, like Laguna Seca Blue. Maybe that. Fiat sells plenty of affordable cars in countries in South America. SUVs and trucks, have you ever heard of any? Yes, we just don't get them here. And so if Fiat wants to survive here, I think that they need to release that. But it's hard because this car that I'm in right now is built in Italy, which is fine and cool, and they make a big deal of it. But then all of those shipping costs to get it from Italy to here in Chicago is put onto the consumer. And then people don't want to buy them because they're so expensive. It's kind of a snake eating its own tail. I appreciate that you communicate with your audience. Would you be willing to come to New England area, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire to review vehicles? Yes, I've been up there. That is probably my favorite part of the country. Newport, Rhode Island is my second favorite place on earth, just behind Acadia, Maine. So, yeah. From CT, and if I had a cool car, I would let you review it. Thank you. Ever traveled to Houston? I've been to Houston before. I don't think I've ever done reviews there. Texas is hard because I want to just be like, oh, I'll do a Texas trip. And then it's like, oh, everyone is 2 hours away from each other. So it's hard to like review a lot of cars in a small amount of time because it's like, oh, I'm here. Okay, now I'm going to drive 3 hours north to the next person. It's just tough. I loved your Infiniti G35 video a couple years back. Ever do a G37 coupe? The IPL model they used to have is pretty sweet. I don't think I've done a 37 coupe. I've done a 37 sedan. I've done 35 and 37 sedan. The 37 was manual. Have you ever reviewed an Acura Vigor before? No, but I would love to. Hello from Las Vegas. Love the videos. Oh, thank you. I've seen you review every generation of Camry except 92 and 96, and I would love for you to review my 94. Yeah, if I am able to come down to Mississippi, I'd love to do that. Actually, October 12th, I haven't announced this anywhere. October 12th, I am declaring Toyota Camry Day. And I'm releasing, so far I have 4 Camry videos filmed that will all come out on October 12th. I'm looking for hopefully a 5th and 6th. So I'm just going to release a ton of Camry videos in one day. I've submitted my entries, Mark IV Supra. Yes, I did get the Cayenne Diesel was honestly sparked my interest the most. I believe, if I remember correctly, you were somewhere in Florida, something like that. I would love to check those out, but again, it's just travel. What's your opinion on the Mark IV Jetta Golf, and what engine option is your favorite? Obviously, VR6. I like them a lot. I think they didn't age super well, but I like the look of them. Coming to Cali, have a second-gen Viper and Integra GSR. Definitely send that to my website. I don't have any current plan to go to California, but that would be very cool. Jason, hi Jason. Hope you're doing well. Hello from Indonesia. Hello. Race for Pinks. My Volkswagen e-Golf will walk on that Fiat. I'm sure it will. When I get comfortable with my first car and review, it would be... Oh, thank you. You still got the Mazda 3. Yes, I still have the Mazda 3. Just ticked over 106,000 miles today. Yeah, 106,000 miles today. I appreciate you actually sending the limited edition stickers. How long did that take you to send out all those stickers? It took me a full day of like writing everyone's addresses on the envelopes. Then I went to the post office and I had to buy, I think, 110 it was 110 stamps, and then I sat in the Tacoma TRD off-road and hand stamped them all and put them in. So if you didn't receive your limited edition sticker, by the way, there was like 3 people that only sent half of an address. It was like 02 West Street, no city, no state, nothing. So if you didn't get it, I probably didn't know your actual address. I found you from that W202 video. I wanted to purchase W202. What do you think? They're great cars. They're really good cars, but in Indonesia, that might be tough. Yo, from Seattle, I've always watched your channel for years now. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. I would DM the video when I got it filmed and edit. Oh, sweet. Have a good night, Zach. Watch out for the crazy protesting at the DNC. Yeah, I have to drive into Chicago tomorrow. That's actually why I'm charging this thing up, so pray for me. You should do some POVs in your videos. That would be awesome. I try to do a little bit of it. I try to add in a little bit of POV while I'm doing the drives. There's a lot that goes into that, so I can really only record for like a minute or so. But that's definitely something I'd want to do more of in the future. I suspect Fiat will bring a 500 with a range extender model to the States eventually, if they stay in the States. I have a 93 Acura. If you ever come to Arizona, I would love to let you review it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You making an official Camry Day helps me know I'm subbed to the right channel. Thank you. Yeah, so October 12th, and then September 1st, I'm doing Truck Day. So I have a Canyon, Colorado, Gladiator, and Ford Ranger videos will come out that day. Oh, and an F-150. Yeah. I mean, I do have a charger at the house for the Bolts, which can possibly reduce the Fiat 500e at a decent rate if you want to drive for free. That's actually good. That's not a bad plan. Sit with me while I charge my car. Dang. Do you want some guys to give you? No, I'm good, but thank you. It's all part of the job. What is the best hatchback you've ever reviewed or been in, and the worst? I mean, my favorite hatchback is my Mazda 3. You know. Oh, that's easy. The Lancia Delta. Duh. Do you do any reviews on rusty cars? I do. I actually filmed a rusty one today. Doesn't really bother me all that much as long as it's not like structurally, like safety wise not safe, you know. I don't know if you remember me. I'm the Volvo Gravy Boys group. I finally put... Oh yeah, Volvo Gravy Boys, of course. That's like an OG group. I filmed Ethan's car 2018 or 2019. Volvo Gravy Boys go way back. Fiat should have brought over the Panda instead of more practical cars for the States. I agree. Too bad for the Fiat 500e. I really like the tiny cars. I do too. Like, that's the thing. I like tiny cars. It's just not for $35,000. Where can I submit my cars? Love your videos. Oh, thank you. So you can submit them to my website, which is zackpradel.com/submit. If you go to any one of my reviews, it'll be in the comments down below. or in the description. There should be a link. Question, Zach, what is the most unique basic car that you enjoyed filming? Not an exotic car, but something basic but different. Ooh. I review so many cars that like I feel like my catalog only goes back a certain amount. Very fun. I had fun driving a 2015 Beetle today. I don't know. I like a lot of 90s and 80s economy cars, that sort of thing. Watched your Polsky video a few nights ago. Really enjoyed it and learned a lot. Thanks. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Greetings. Have you ever driven a Subaru Levorg? No. Would love to, though. You guys are all talking amongst yourself. Oh, hi, Patty. Hello. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I have, what is it? I'm at 85%, and it's cost me $8. I got it. Can I? Oh, I can turn on the AC while it's charging. Wee. Okay. All right. Is it possible to have a dream car, or are there too many good options to have a favorite? I mean, like, me personally, I don't really have a dream car anymore. It's like I've driven a lot of like the cool stuff, which I'm very fortunate for. I'm not complaining in the slightest, but I guess like I just like would love to own a 911T at some point, or well, a GT3 RS ideally. I'd love to have a Raptor R at some point, but is Key-Van trucks are adorable. Oh, that's just a statement that K-Vans and trucks are adorable. I agree. Loudest car you've driven? Ooh. There are definitely some cars that have just been obnoxiously loud. Probably something straight piped in V8. I drove an old Ram 1500 a long time ago. That was pretty dang loud. Have you reviewed a stock E30? A long time ago. It's been over 4 or 5 years. I would love another crack at an E30. That is my favorite generation of BMW. Do you have a favorite K vehicle? I do. The Daihatsu Mira Turbo. Had to think of it for a second. The Daihatsu Mira Turbo was the most fun. It made all the boost noises, right-hand drive, manual, hatchback, so it was somewhat practical. I love the cappuccino. Excuse me. But the Daihatsu is like actually somewhat usable. I love gas cars for the engine sound. That's why I love my car. And that's totally fair. I don't think that electric cars are the future. I don't think just gas cars are the future. I think there's going to be a mix somewhere. My coworkers apparently like my soul. It's sad. Most of the Valley workers don't drive manual. Yeah, that's fair. Oh my goodness, I am honored to be here. Oh, well, I'm happy to have you here, BL4Z3. Have you reviewed a Lexus ES300? I have, and I like them a lot. What is the most modified car you've driven? I reviewed a Mazda Miata that was turbocharged, and then the body was completely removed, so it was a Miata Cart. That's probably the car that was like least identifiable with like the stock form. What do you think about buying a Chevy Cruze 2012? Try to find low mileage. If you could find one, find a diesel, but they're fine. They just have some like GM tendencies, I guess, build quality. But my friend, she's had her Chevy Cruze since new 2014. She loves it. Have you ever gone to a review of a vehicle and not been able to carry out the review due to the vehicle being unsafe or in disgusting condition? It's rather rare. Most people obviously know that I'm coming to review their car, so normally they have that stuff figured out, fixed up. There have been times where like I've gone to review and then like the car won't start, or there's a mechanical issue, but not really besides that. GSR or RSX Type S. I would probably go with GSR. I just like the older stuff. But I've never driven a Type S or GSR. I just did a GSR swapped EG Civic that'll be out in early September. Hello, Mersh? M3RSH? Oh, it spells out Blaze. Got it. Bought an LC 430 thanks to your review. Oh, awesome. Great car. Great car. What's your dream car? Probably a 911 GT3 RS. I'll take any year, any gen. What are your thoughts about SUV practicality versus minivan? I feel like minivan are more useful outside of off-roading. Yeah, that's pretty much my feelings too. If you have kids, more than one kid, really, minivans are just the way to go. What a lot of people don't realize is that the SUVs, when they're higher up, make loading kids into the back of them exceedingly hard. For no reason. Just buy a minivan. We will not have enough power to charge up these electric vehicles if everyone has one. True, which is why I think somewhere in the middle is where we'll find ourselves. Do you like the ICE Fiat 500s? I think the manual ones are pretty fun for what they are. I agree. They are very fun. Most of them, now that they're not in production here or not being sold here in the States, most are ratty and tatty and terrible. But when they were new, they were very fun. I like the Fiat 500s. The reliability just was never there. And what's funny is that this being an electric probably is more reliable just because like most manufacturers buy the electric motors from the same companies. So they're all basically the same underneath. But now this is just unaffordable. Do you like the Fiat 500e as a good daily based on the time you spent with it so far? I'm considering it inspired by beauty because it looks great, but I have a feeling it's going to be a miserable vehicle. First of all, you're the first person I met that's actually considering a Fiat 500e. So I'm going to take my time with this. This lighting's terrible. All right, here we go. It's a good city car. I took it into the city of Chicago yesterday. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. In the city, it makes a lot of sense, especially if you have access to a charger 24/7. The 140 miles of range isn't that bad. When you live in the city, you're not going far. As a small car, as a car that doesn't go far, it's really good. I like the stuff in here. I do think it is too pricey. I think $35,000 is too expensive to have a manual seat, no adaptive cruise, and no heated seats. And the sound system is not great. The Inspired by Music apparently comes with an upgraded one. If you do a lot of short trips, it's great. We were able to fit 2 weeks worth of groceries in the trunk. Barely, but we did it. Funny enough, at the Walmart that I'm at, there's a lady walking up to my car. I think as a fashion accessory, it's very cool, but it just shut off. I think I've been sitting for too long. There we go. Shut up. I think as a fun little fashion accessory, it's been very good, but the price is just, it's pretty whack. Power plants. What's your opinion on Acura CL? I like it, but they have transmission issues, which is a downer. Did you ever emotionally recover from the Miata's throttle sticking? Yes, but that was tough. Yeah. Did you ever find a 2001 to 2007 Volvo S60 2.5, not the S60R Sport model, but the run-of-the-mill model? I have not. What up, dude? You're the reason I bought a Previa. Oh, awesome. Congrats. Previas are neat. Hey, Zach, I love your videos and so helpful. Question for you. Have you ever been to Idaho? I have, very briefly. I was driving from Seattle back to Chicago, stopped in Idaho for lunch, and had a dandy time. It was nice, but I haven't really explored any other parts of Idaho. What are your thoughts on the Toyota 3.3 engine? I'm thinking of buying an 06 or a V6 07 Highlander. Great. I like them a lot, but go to the Car Care Nuts channel. Ahmed knows everything. Thank you so much for your feedback. Like your videos a lot. Always watch you. Oh, thank you. It's like the Bolt, even though it's a Chevy, the battery, electric motor, it's all made by LG. Yep. I feel like with the 500, the reliability probably comes from small random stuff like door handle or lights, etc. Not really a drivetrain with proper maintenance. Fair, and this one also has electronic door handles for some reason. Don't know why. And also, you have to press the start button twice to turn on the car. I don't know why. You have to hit it twice every time. Man, I miss my neighbor with the Fiat 500. Bart, that thing made the craziest noises. Yes, it did. Hey, I've got lots of questions. All right, Blaze, let me know. Hey, dude, I love your reviews on the 90s Hondas and the big friggin' bottle test. However, I found the 3D printed cup holders hold 3-inch on. Yeah, so people come up to me all the time and they're like, hey, like, what about an aftermarket cup holder? It's kind of... Oh, it gave me a weird message. It kind of defeats the purpose. The big friggin' bottle test was started purely as a joke, and then I just didn't stop doing it. And now I've big friggin' bottle tested over 1,000 vehicles. First name, last name, good name. Are you charging in front of an Amazon Fresh? I'm not. I'm using Electrify America, so you might see like green lights. That's probably what you think. How do you feel about reviewing a 1975 Pontiac Firebird Formula 400 of mine? I would love to do that. That sounds really, really fun. Hi from Minnesota. Do you know of Scotty Kilmer? I do know of him. Yes. Do you like the 2007 Yaris? I do. I have 2 videos about 2007 Yaris's. Sup, bro? What are your thoughts on early 2000s tuner era? Do you like it? I do. I grew up in that era, so it's like, has nostalgia for me. I think it's kind of cringe from the outside looking in, but I like it. Is the worst car you reviewed a Fiat 500X? Yes. I'm waiting to see if the Legacy GT passes the big friggin' bottle test. Carl, I honestly can't tell you right now. I don't remember. Have you reviewed a 2010 S83.2? Thinking of buying one? I have not. I don't have many Volvo reviews pre-2023. I have a handful of mid-2000s ones. And then a handful, well, I've done a lot of 240s from like the 80s and 90s. But no, I have not done an S80. Do you like Ecotechs? I do. I put 197,000 miles on my Ecotech and never gave me a problem. Thanks for the info. I'm also considering a Rivian R3, which is probably the better option. The price of the Fiat 500e is why it's low on my list. Plus, the R3 comes out in 27, which gives me time to save. Yeah, the R3 at least looks great. I have no idea about it. I've never seen it in person or anything like that. What did it... Oh, it just did a thing. Okay. Is California far from you? Yes. I am in Chicago. Yeah. Can you please say hello to Lorna Garcia and Kanita? Hello. Hi. I learned a few car things from Scotty. Scotty's an interesting character. Also, what's your opinion on the Ford Panther platform? I like the Panthers a lot. Funny enough, I answered this earlier in the stream too. Which, by the way, the Chargers are now empty. I have no friends anymore. Marauder's great. Town Car's great. A lot of great cars. I'm homeless in my 2010 Mazda 3 hatchback sedan 5-speed manual. Enjoy your review of the Auto 2010. Oh, I'm glad that you have that. That's a good car, and it'll keep you going for a while. Do you like the Car Wizard? I don't know him personally. I've watched some of his videos. He seems like a nice guy. Good videos. Outside of emotional reasons, I can't think of why you'd buy a Fiat 500e over a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive for $34,000. Yeah, besides the whole Elon, Tesla thing that you'll never, ever, ever get rid of or get away from, the Model 3 long-range is the better option. It's just dealing with buying a Tesla is now a political statement, and it's just a car, you know? I wish it wasn't that way. Mazda Speed. Oh, put this towards your house. Love your videos. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. I will put that towards my charge, which is $9.24, so it's now really $7. Thank you very much, Joseph. I appreciate that. Mazda Speed 3 is the best affordable tuner car with a Cobb XS port, no doubts. True, I love the Mazda Speed 3s. Just do your fuel pumps. Upgrade your fuel pumps. Would you trade your Mazda 3 for a CX-50 hybrid? No. I love my Mazda 3 more than life itself. But, like, emotional reasons aside, I probably would, yeah. But, like, I've driven to all 48 states in my Mazda 3, and I was driving it today, and I'm like, man, I miss this thing, which is great. So, can you tell us what you think about the car so far? Charging speed, driving experience, etc. Or is that all being saved for another video? No, I'll spoil it right now. I will spoil the video right now. I think I mentioned this earlier, but like as a fashion statement, as an accessory, it's been fun to walk out, and it's a cute little Fiat, and that's been fun. It is fun to drive. It's zippy. It's front wheel drive, but you know, you can take corners, and your seating position, you're like pretty far back in the car, so like, I don't know, feels pretty cool. Downsides are that it's expensive. You only get about 140-ish miles of range. And, like, it's just lacking some stuff that other $35,000 cars would have. It has no heated seats. It has no adaptive cruise control. It has no power seats. It has a very standard sound system that is not great. But driving it in the city, I had to parallel park it yesterday. It was a breeze. I can do a U-turn in my own driveway. So it does have some upsides, but I just think the value just isn't there. What do you think of the new Cadillac concept? I haven't spent too much time looking at it or figuring it out. I think GM's on the up and up. I genuinely do. You could buy a used Nissan Leaf for a fraction of the cost of the 500e and get relatively comparable performance if you just need transportation. I agree. I have a 2012 Nissan Leaf video coming out at some point. Hello from I've never known how to pronounce that place in Wisconsin, but all I know is that Spotted Cow comes from there. But hello, just over the border. Yeah, they use Leaf things, everything, half the price. Hello from Michigan. What do you think of the GMC Envoy? I've never really had an opinion on them. I don't hate them. I don't tell people to stay away from them. I also don't love them. I think there's other better options out there, especially depending on what year. But yeah, our German car is really unreliable. That is such a blanket statement. I have driven German cars that have upwards of 300,000 miles with no major issues. I've driven German cars at 40,000 miles that have every light on. It's a very wide range. Basically, in my findings, German cars are very, they're very forward with their issues. So, like, the modern BMWs will warn you if, like, it's too hot outside. Like, not exactly, but, like, you know what I mean. They tell you every little warning, and they tell you to do the maintenance at this time. Someone told me, I forget who, and I apologize. German cars are engineered to be maintained at very specific intervals. Japanese cars are engineered knowing that you're not going to listen to that. So that's how I kind of remember it. I drove a 74, 76, 99 Saab EMS the other day. My friend has one. It's clean. And yes, Spotted Cow. Nice. Have you ever done a Cobalt SS Turbo review? Yes. I did an 08 sedan? 09 sedan? I loved it. That was a long, long time ago, though. Wow, Fiat found a way to make their cars even worse by waiting on the side of the road for them to charge. I'm not on the side of the road. I'm in a parking lot. No, I'm safe. Sounds like this Fiat is a better car suited for other countries, really only brought over here for compliance purposes. Yes, but from what I can remember, this is the only Fiat on sale right now. Do you think Mitsubishi will bring an electric version of the Mirage now that they've canned it? I don't know what Mitsubishi's doing, honestly. What's your take on Oldsmobile Alero sedans? They're good. I've done 2 Aleros. I think both have been sedans. I'm going to crack a cold one if y'all don't mind. It's actually room temperature. Kirkland Signature. Not sponsored. Oh! No! I dropped my bottle on my phone. Okay. All right, we're back. Let's see here. I'm impressed with my Mercedes quality. Have a friend. Sorry, this is probably terrible in my face. There we go. Mitsu will probably bring a rebadged Renault or Nissan to replace the Mirage. Probably. What is the car you personally have had the worst issues with? Probably a Fiat 500X. This was back in the day, but it was just so clunky and terrible with such low mileage. Thoughts on the Suzuki Jimny? I would love to see a new one here. It'll never pass our crash safety or emissions test, but I think they're sweet. Thoughts on the 2025 Navigator? It looks all right, but it looks like they forced their new design language, especially in the back. The taillights had so much potential. It does look like they just kind of inflated an Aviator. But it's not a bad thing. It was due for an update. It's been due for an update. So, luckily, I have gotten Lincoln press cars in the past, so I'm hoping to get a Navigator at some point. What would be a good, reliable sleeper Japanese car from the late 90s to early 2010s? LS430. They're decently quick. You can upgrade them, too. This Beam Bigs? I don't know what that means. He has a Costco membership. I actually don't. My friend does, and he gave me that water bottle when I stopped by his house in Chicago last night. Costco water's great. Agreed. Have you ever driven a 94 to 01 Audi A4 B5 or 98 to 04 Audi A6? Good night, Zach, and I love your videos. Thank you, Nathan. I don't know. If I have, they've been on the channel. I can't remember. Hey, saw your stream with Collector Car Feed. Love the videos and work ethic is crazy. Also, I'm thinking of getting a CB7, CB9 Accord with a stick as my first car. If you can find a CB9 Accord in stick like I did a video of, do it. It'll be hard to find parts for, but you'll love it. Which company is more in trouble in the U.S., Stellantis, FCA, or Nissan Infiniti? I think Stellantis has Jeep, though, and Jeep is just a juggernaut for money. It's a good question. Probably, honestly, Nissan Infiniti. Have you ever reviewed a Volkswagen Roton? No, but I've always wanted to. Ford is making a four-door Mustang. Okay, they're going to start making cars again? Cool. Have you ever done a 2.2 Olds Alero yet? Mine is still running like a charm at 148,000 miles. I don't think so. I think I've only... Yeah, no, I've done... Well, I did an Alero with a Malibu V6 swap, and then I did a final edition that was V6. So, no, I've never done a four-cylinder. It's the best car under 5K. Can you even find cars under 5K anymore? I feel like that's the harder question. The best car for under 5K is the car that you could find for under 5K. That's it. I have a 2006 RAV4, and I'm installing a 4.8 LS. Will be rear-wheel drive. Oh, wait. That did not compute to me at all. I have a 2006 Toyota RAV4 that you're putting a LS into? That's badass. And if you're in Wisconsin, hit me up when it's done. That would be sick. Hey, man, I don't know much about anything about cars, but I have a 2000 Civic. Is there anything I can do to it to make it more safe, fuel efficient, or smoother ride? Just probably, honestly, get it new suspension for the ride. Just replace the factory stuff. In terms of safety, not really. You can add brighter LEDs to the back, or like the 3 flash ones. That would be my best guesses. Hey, Zach, it's Victor from Minneapolis. Hi, Victor. Your car comes out... Actually, don't know when. But the video's edited. I think mid-September. Early September, I want to say. The world's best 3800 supercharged Buick is 5K. True. I know someone that has a 96 Camry with 300,000 miles. Awesome. Just finished watching your 76 Trabant video. Great job. Thank you. That was a really fun one. I was very excited about that. I learned how to drive on a 2000 Civic. I feel like half the people did. I'm also at 97%, so I'm probably going to end the stream somewhat soon. However, so get your final questions in, and I'll try to answer them in the next 3%. We've already been going for 45 minutes, too. All right, speed round. Let's go. 2012 Hyundai Genesis V6 opinion, thinking about getting one. I like them. The 3.8 liters are great. I prefer that over the turbo model. The turbo models, people always modify and blow up, and yeah, so I would go with 3.8. Hello from Vancouver, fellow auto journalist here. We are We were at the small Fiat 500 launch recently. How's the charge curve doing? Looking forward to getting the local press car soon. Andrew, shoot me an email. Let's connect on some stuff. That'd be cool. The charge curve, it's fine. It's really slowed down once we hit. It took 18 minutes to get to 80 from 30, and now it's just been sitting and chugging along. Is there a model that was brought back from being discontinued, but you thought it wasn't what you or others expected? Yeah, the Dodge Hornet. That should have stayed dead. They should have named that something else. Also, my dad has a 1993 GMC Sierra 1500 with a regular cabin long bed. It's a rusty turd with an exhaust leak, so the 350 V8 sounds ridiculous. 25 years in the business and agree 100%. Next Toyota is pre-2012 anything. Agreed. Do you meet people at the public place or go to their house? It depends. It depends on how comfortable they are. I have picked up cars from Walmart parking lots. I've met people at coffee shops. Wherever they feel comfortable, like meeting in public, because I understand meeting someone from the internet is strange. But most of the time I go to their house. They know like who I am and they know what I look like and all that stuff. So I think a lot of people feel comfortable with it, but totally understand. I work with a lot of people that don't feel comfortable with it too. And I totally get that. I don't know if I would want a dude from the internet coming to my house. Would you recommend a Mercedes S430? Never driven one. Some of those S-classes can be a little out there. Thank you so much for the advice. Do you make videos teaching car knowledge, or do you have any recommendations on who I should watch? Car Care Nut is really, really good. Very in-depth stuff. Depends on what kind of car knowledge you want, but honestly, the biggest thing is just experiencing stuff. That's how I've learned most of it. We're at 98%, folks. I got a C4 Corvette after watching your video on them. Super happy with it. Great. I love C4s. That's awesome. I had an old 98 CL and currently ripping out the radiator and trying to get to the alternator. That sounds like a German car. What are your opinions on the Ford Flex EcoBoost in particular? Some of those earlier EcoBoost motors are but I like the Ford Flex as a car, as a design, as a vehicle. I like them. Compact car that is relatively low horsepower but fun to drive. A Toyota Yaris in a stick. I'll drop you a DM on IG. Cheers. Awesome. Yeah, Andrew, I appreciate that. Bleach out your water bottle. We know what's up. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. Have you ever you guys caught me in 4K. Have you guys ever wanted to review newer full-size sedans that were never made to the U.S., like the K8 Crown sedan or whatever Buick is coming up in China? Yes, 100%. My end goal with this channel is A, to do this forever until I die, but B, to start going international. So yeah. Thoughts on the Mustang sedan? Do you like Chrysler? I know someone with a Sebring. They said it was horrible. I would love to drive a Sebring. I haven't. Car Care Nut is Toyota fanboy though, but he's a knowledgeable mechanic. He is very, for as much into Toyotas he's very non-biased. He just did the new TRD Pro Tacoma and absolutely tore a new one, which it deserved. Regular car reviews collab. I've talked to them about that. Hopefully we'll set something up at some point in the future. We'll review horses now that motorcycles aren't a thing for you. I was just talking to my girlfriend yesterday. If someone came to me with like a replica horse and buggy from like the 1800s, I would review it. 100%. Hope you can drive my 88 Super someday in Oregon. Yeah, that'd be great. What is the next video essay and when is it? I did Jeep Waves. I did a video on Jeep Waves and Jeep Ducks. I also have a script written for car alarms, and I have a script written for the parking meters in Chicago because they're all owned by the Middle East, fun fact. I have a question. Every time you review a car, did you actually buy it or rent it, or did the car company give it to you for a few hours with the purpose of you to review your car? This will be the last question. But thank you. Rear-wheel drive, snow tires, all-wheel drive. I've got an opinion on this, slightly unorthodox. Honestly, snow tires above everything else. Snow tires with rear-wheel drive, that's fine. All-wheel drive, I prefer. Fine. I get the cars. I borrow them from personal owners, people that submit them to me. I borrow them from dealerships. I also sometimes get sent cars from the manufacturers themselves. So the car that I'm in right now this is Fiat's car. Fiat of North America, they loaned it to me to drive around for a week. So tons of different ways. Would you review semis? That'd be fun. I did review a semi, and it was fun. So thank you guys so much for sitting with me. It's at 99%. I'm going to hop out and unplug it so I don't get any, waiting charges or whatever, or idle charges. But thank you guys so much for jumping on this, making this feel like it was just 10 minutes. Really appreciate that. But yeah, tomorrow's I actually don't even know what tomorrow's video is. Check it out, 2 p.m. Central. But thank you guys so much for showing up tonight. Hoping to do this again soon. Take care.